Hey, my friends, Patty with Get Personal with Patty, and we are using the Budget Mom box set to go over my paycheck of October 22nd, which will give us from October 22nd to October 28th. I go from Friday to Thursday. My paycheck pays for all the variable and sinking funds in the home, as well as any credit card debt. And sometimes I pay the gas, for utilities if it's, a reasonable amount, I should say. I also use the Budget by Paycheck workbook. Excuse me. And that is used for all joint bills, all fixed expenses for the household. So let's just get started. Now, as you know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, I just left a full-time job and I work 2 part-time jobs. One is a bi-weekly paycheck and the other is weekly paycheck. So this week is the bi-weekly paycheck is finally at my completed hours, which is 50 hours in a 2-week period. So it's a lot less than I was making before. I mean, not a lot less, but the 2 checks combined is a little bit more. But because it's bi-weekly, it's just, a little bit different. So I do make sure that I have a rollover. I have a cushion in my accounts. In this particular account, I have a $200 cushion, but I do make sure that I have a rollover as well because you never know, I want to make sure going ahead and moving forward that I have my sinking funds and variable spending the way I want it to be. So I want to make sure I have extra money. So let's look at this 10/22 paycheck, and this is the Budget Mom box set. I did get a new budget box set for January, which I will be using as well, the same way that I'm using it this year. And I did get the new Budget by Paycheck workbook that I'll be doing the same as I did this year, which is just joint fixed bills. Pardon me. So my rollover cushion is first. That's always first on my income. Now remember, income does not necessarily just mean paycheck. It's any income that I receive for that week. I am a Paycheck by Paycheck budgeter, so this is 1 week, 10/22. I have my $200 cushion. My check from one of my part-time jobs, the weekly paycheck was $209.53. This is my bi-weekly paycheck of $239.06. So that's the first time that I've gotten the pay for 50 hours, 2 weeks. So I work 25 hours Monday through Friday in 1 week, 2 weeks, obviously. So it's a little less, because it's part-time, but also because I do carry the health insurance in our home. So it's like $500 a paycheck, which is really a lot higher than my previous job, but that's okay. I'm happier, and that's really what's important. My rollover checking was $90.66, which is, a lot, not a ton, but still it's, something, and I do like to keep it as a rollover just in case. So what we're working with is, I've tried so many calculators. I don't know if you're in the same boat, and some of them just don't work like they should. And then I did get some cash income of $200 this week. So my total is $939.25 to work with. Now, of course, of that $939.25, as we all know, and I'm sorry, I did get a reimbursement check of $80. I forgot about that. So actually, it's $1019.25. So let me just put $1019.25. So most likely, the $80 will stay as a rollover to the next week, because I don't even think I planned that in my expenses, which is kind of good, right? So at least I know it's there. The gas is debited from my account as well for both vehicles. So, at least I know I have that $80 extra. I mean, I do add it here, and I will count gas as an envelope, but the gas is debited, so we just need to keep track of it when we do debit it. So of that $1019.25, that $200 is a rollover cushion. So that is the first thing that I take out under bills, because that's really paying myself first. I do savings, I do have credit card debt, I do variable spending, I do sinking funds, and I also make sure I have a cushion just in case. I really don't want to use that cushion. I have built it up to 200. I like 200, and that's what I'm working with. So 200, and then I did a fundraiser that still hasn't, I paid $50 toward a fundraiser donation, and it hasn't come out of my account yet, so that's why I still have it here. And then I paid our gas bill. This month was $25.92. And that was really all my bills. Obviously, it's getting near the end of the month. This check, I actually consider, so $275.92. This check, I do consider the last check for me in October, because the 29th is going to go start the November month. So then I just subtract that, $275.92 from that 1019 gives me $743.33. $743.33. So groceries, now in the actual amount, what I do is I put down what I actually put in the envelopes. So what I think I'm going to put, and then what I actually do put. And then at the end of the month, any monies that are left over in the envelopes, I decide whether I'm going to roll over to the next month, same category, whether I'm going to put it into savings or pay extra debt. Usually, for the most part, I do roll over into the next month or the next week, because I do budget weekly. I usually just roll it over. I mean, there's never a lot of money left in envelopes, so that's how I do it. I know some people use the actual column to write down exactly what they spend. The groceries, if they budget 40, then they put exactly what they use for groceries. So this is just how I do it, and I've always done it this way. And you know what? It works for me, and that's what's great about budgeting, is whatever works for you. It's a personal thing. So groceries, I said that I was going to put $40 in my grocery envelope, which I did. Now today, I was not going to go grocery shopping, but you know how that goes. I did go grocery shopping for some things that I needed to make some soup with, and I saw a couple other things. So all in all, it was $58, which this is $40, and I had $45 left over from last week. So I did have plenty of money to cover that expense. So Dino, I did put $50. I said $50 that I was going to budget $50, but really I only put $25 in, because again, this is the last paycheck of the month for me, using these envelopes, and my goal was $300 a month in eating out, and I think we're just slightly over that. So that's why I didn't put too much. BJ's, I put $20, and that'll carry over because we've already gone to BJ's, but that'll carry over into November. Extra childcare, I didn't put any additional money in because we're already at like $100. Specialty grocery is when we need coffee. I know my husband needs coffee, and that's $20. So, and we need some cheeses from our Italian store. So, we have $50. That's more so of a debit, or sometimes a check. Personally, I took $20, gave my husband $20, and then I did put $20 in a household account. That's more so like Walgreens, CVS. I'd like to build that up a little bit. That's why I started putting that there. So I don't have to use my debit card when I go to Walgreens. I can just go ahead and use cash from the household. So gas, I put as debited. I did just buy gas the other day, and again, I need it for my car. Gas is not like it used to be. It's like $3.29 or $3.09. It's really just high, and every couple of days it seems like we need gas. I never really fill it. I just put $25 worth in, and so whatever. And I know my husband's car needs gas tomorrow too. Okay, so sinking funds. I start out with in the beginning of the month. Like, so for now, I'll start thinking this week what sinking funds I want available to us in November. We are going to upstate New York. We always do for Thanksgiving. So I'm really trying to build that up, that sinking fund. So I did put in $50 in there. I think I have, I think it's $190 so far. So that's like at Thanksgiving time. So I really want to build that up, so I know I'll keep that sinking fund for November. And then October, quote unquote, is, as I explained it in other videos, I started doing a challenge in January. $10 in January, February was $20, March is $30, you get the idea. October was $100, so I owed $50 to make it the even 100, so that's why $50 was in. I do use a word of every month, so October's word was fall, F-A-L-L, which is a total of $31, and I had to do the last L, which was $12, so I put $12. And then I have a $5 a week fund for 4 different funds. And I had stopped that a little while over the summer because, and then now I'm back to doing that. So it's only $20, which I find, if I can give myself $20 here, I can certainly put $5 away in 4 different envelopes. One is Christmas, friends' birthdays, pool, swimming pool, and then there's one more, I think Grace's birthday. So, you know what? I just do it for a little while and it adds up. And then even, come maybe springtime, I might stop it for the spring months. But right now, that's what I'm doing. And then pet, I did not put any money in this week. But I'll tell you, we took the dog to the vet again today for a shot. And it was, $280. And, we have the money. But I really would like to get that pet envelope get going. So I need to rethink that and put a little bit more in there on a weekly basis. So Capital One, $10, that's a savings. Alley is a savings, $20, and then emergency fund is obviously emergency fund. I put $25 a week in that, and I have been trying to do that. My Christmas fund is maxed out at $500, so we don't have to add any more money to that. And then I did pay $50 on our Capital One card, which is extra debt. And then I went to the bank and I took out monies and with cash denomination breakdowns. So really, that's my budget for this week. I have here P craft sales. We went to different yard sales and craft show today, and I, budgeted $40 because that's kind of what we did. It was a great day. My daughter and I and a friend went, and my daughter used her walker through the whole event. And, for the first time, it felt like it was a typical kid with a typical mom shopping. So it was really nice. My daughter is 10. She does use a walker and she's nonverbal. She's got CP. So, sometimes it's tough. And today was just a good day with her at that time from 11 to 1. This morning was a little tough with her. Tonight was a little tough, but you know what? I just try to keep plugging along. So that is my weekly check. Now, more so this week, I don't see myself spending too much money this week. What I'll do is I'll start going through this and breaking down where we spent our money, groceries, total, etc. And I will put that in my leverage planner, which I show you all is my catch-all. So for October, I have... see my monthly calendar here. So I'm actually using that the same way as well. That even though I have the 29, 30, and 31 here, I also have that on the beginning of the month for November. So for me, our last paycheck is going to be this 22nd through the 28th. And then I'm going to try very hard to get that done so that I can add everything up. And what I do is I put it on this Excel spreadsheet, what we've spent, what we budgeted, and then what we spent. So that way, this gives us a better idea of how to move forward in November, where we want to spend money, where we want to cut, etc. So that's my plan, folks. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good weekend. It's warm here in Massachusetts, like it's very odd for fall, but it's warm like an Indian summer, so we're really enjoying the weather. And, enjoying each other, right? That's all what it's all about. Thanks for watching. Bye now.